Welcome back to Jamie's Vinyl Hideaway. I say welcome back, I just assume you've been here before. But this is part 2 of my Frank Zappa records with Tony Trombo.
Yes.
So, yes.
That's me.
So let's get Tony back over here.
Oh,
Our people, had a... I forgot to tell you, there was, some delay in getting Tony in here. My people had to talk to his people.
My people don't like talking to people.
And his people don't like talking, and I don't like talking, really. I just want things to happen.
Yeah.
And, but anyway, so we got Tony over here.
I'm coming in.
Yeah, watch out. We got Tony.
Hi.
Tony of Mindbender Music and also the curator of Talking Zappa. And we're going to talk a little, there you go, there's Alice.
And dog petter.
We're going to talk a little more about Frank Zappa and the Mothers of Invention.
Where we left off.
Where we left off. By the way, this is Alice. So Flo and Eddie, Howard, Mark Volman and Howard Kalin, they joined the Mothers of Invention and turned into two dirty little dudes, and and they put out this record, just another band from L.A. They were all from L.A. Oh, by the way, they were a thing, Flo and Eddie, as a solo act for a while.
Yeah, because they couldn't go out as the Turtles.
What? Oh, really?
Legally couldn't do it, so they had to go out. They went as Flo and Eddie. Flo and Eddie. I asked Howard when I interviewed him, where did the name Flo and Eddie come from? They were two roadies that worked with the band.
Oh.
And they just stole their names. They thought it was funny, and so they took their names.
Really?
Flo and Eddie, just
Flo and Eddie.
just
Two roadies.
Yeah.
Ah, see, how do you like that, folks? So I went to see, I shouldn't say I went to see, I saw Flo and Eddie perform one time.
Really?
Yes, and this was like, or at least I saw part of it, or part of what was meant to be. This was at the Long Island Arena in Comac, Long Island, New York. And, I don't know, 75 or so. And I went to see Hot Tuna.
Right.
And this, Hot Tuna, played for 5 hours, too. It was, crazy. But anyway, so the warm-up act for Hot Tuna, in this, a little arena, was Flo and Eddie.
Wow.
And, you would think, right, great. And I was like, well, this is kooky. That's all right, I'm familiar with this album, at least, so I know these guys. And they're doing their routine, which was kind of a little perverse like this.
Right.
And something happened in the middle of the song. They were just starting to get into it too, I thought, had a real cool introduction. And then something happened, and Flo and Eddie walk off stage, and the drummer's in the middle of, in the middle of something, and he's left on stage by himself. And he looks at the audience, throws his arms up, and is like, I don't know what happened. But apparently somebody, I think, threw something on
Probably.
stage. They go, Hot Tuna fans were, I guess they just weren't there to see Flo and Eddie. I don't get it, but anyway, so that...
They walked out.
So I got gypped off by some jerk who threw a bottle at, Howard Kalin or something. But,
there you are.
So, just another band from L.A. But
then,
things are getting real serious.
And then the creepy guy attacked Frank on stage, knocked him down.
Oh, yeah, broke
put
his
him in
freaking back. It was...
Well, that's when Flo and Eddie quit. Because there was no gigs. There was that was it. There was nothing for a long time. And so when he came back, he got George Duke and all these guys.
Oh, this is like a whole, they're calling themselves the Mothers, too.
Yeah.
And, but all these different people, Jean-Luc Ponty, and, of course, Ruth and Ian Underwood, they're regular staples at this point. And really good album, Dynamo Hum, Moving to Montana, Camarillo, Brillo, The Slime, it's like a...
Yeah, a lot of hits.
Hits, people.
Yeah.
You'd think it would have gone gold.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't get it. Speaking of going gold, what is that record you got over there that Sandy's somebody or
Oh.
what is that?
This is Sandy Horvitz.
Sandy Horvitz.
Yeah. Her real name's Esra Mohawk, from right here in Nashville. She worked with Frank. He produced this album in the 60s. She was just with them and did a bunch of things, and he finally, there's Frank. Sandy's album is here at last.
Really,
And
put
so-
that on the cover and somebody's gonna wanna buy it,
Yeah,
you know.
well, that was the whole idea. And
Bizarre Records.
But he went and, he produced a bunch of records for Grand Funk Railroad, and he produced
Oh,
ones
they're
for,
like one of their last albums, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
so
But
he got around producing.
he got around. But people wanted to hear Frank. Apostrophe, another big album. Jack Bruce is on this. There's
Yeah.
an instrumental on this. Oh, Apostrophe, that's the song.
Yeah.
And anyway, another smash hit. I think this one went gold. Don't Eat the Yellow Snow. We've all learned that, right? Nanook. What? Stinkfoot. Stinkfoot is a big one. You know, St. Alfonso's Pancake Breakfast. I mean, it's starting to get complicated again. You know.
Now this next album,
Ooh, this one,
yes.
right? This next
if,
album.
If somebody says, I don't know anything about Frank Zappa, what album should I buy?
Oh, really?
You should buy this one.
Oh.
Because this one, it pretty clean, no filthy stuff, which is good for
yeah.
as a starter. Frank was kind of on fire as far as doing compositions on this one. This one's, it's got all the big players on it.
Pajama People.
It's easy to take. There's nothing too wacky on it. There's not really experimental stuff. It's just really solid compositions played really, really well. And so if you want to get an album just as a starter, and it's appropriately named One Size Fits All, because it really does. It's one of the few albums that I could
play
say.
this when we're done. You got me really hyped up on this one.
Yeah, it's one of the best. Just generic. I mean, it's not. It's one of the best performed and everything.
There you go. Discreet Records.
And I think that was recorded in Colorado at the
Really?
Oh man, I'm trying to blank. I'll get to it.
That's all right. I'm putting my glasses on to try to figure that out. So but this could take.
Yes, it could.
What's significant about Colorado, though? I mean, this recording place.
You know what?
What is that?
It's all right. It's all right. I shouldn't take up too much time with
No,
this.
but there's a lot of people recorded at that place. I know what place you're trying to think of.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah,
I get in front of the camera and I can't.
recorded there. I know. You're just so tongue-tied in front of the camera. You get him behind a microphone, though. He won't shut up.
Smooth.
He won't shut up. Oh, another one on Discreet. Zoodalores. Oh, there's 4 different guys on the back here. I think that was his touring band. The only time I saw Frank live.
Really?
Was this tour.
Wow.
Zoodalores, and he came to, I was in Arizona at the time. Tempe, Arizona, I think was the university. But, yeah.
Terry Bozzio, the first album.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, it's got, a lot of the familiar people, but these people on the cover.
The main band.
Yeah. Oh, the drummer, Terry Bozzio,
Terry,
yeah. So, anyway, The Torture Never Stops. My sister Donna loves that song for some
And you can hear about
perverse reason.
20 different versions on 20 albums. They did so many versions.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of, yeah.
Of course, that's what he kind of did. He repeated a lot of songs in different variations and arrangements.
He was like putting out 3 albums every year, and some of them, you don't know it, but they're live recordings. A lot
Most
of
of them?
they were live, and
Yeah.
you think it's another studio album, but really it's just,
A lot of overdubs, though, on those albums. They took the
Right,
live
yeah,
stuff,
yeah.
put a lot of studio stuff on top. So,
anyway, Zappa was trying to do something called Lather, right?
mm-hmm.
And never came to be. Now he's had a falling out with Warner Brothers, who distributes Discreet Records, and
Just didn't pay him what he thought they
Yeah.
owed him. Probably didn't.
yeah, no one paid him what they thought he
Yeah.
owed him. But they decide, well, we're going to fulfill our contract. We're going to put out 3 records in a row. We're just going to put these out at really pretty album covers too. Studio tan with the Gregory Peccary. It's kind of like a Billy the Mountain returns.
Gregory Peccary, they never
Yeah.
played that live. I would have liked to have seen him pull that off
Sleep
live.
Dirt
Yeah.
and orchestral Maneuvers, this is like, oh no, Favorites.
Favorites.
Orchestral Maneuvers, what am I thinking of? Is that somebody else's
That's
album?
that's another one. That's another one.
That's somebody else. So, oh yeah, so, yeah, fulfilling contract. You got something to, right after we show the Joe's Garage, you got a few things to show us.
Now,
So,
this was Ike Willis's first album. Ike was, I think he said he was 18 or 19. He was a roadie for Frank. And they just jammed somehow. They started jamming,
ooh.
and Frank just liked what he heard. And they were actually playing so much, Frank was late for his own concert.
Because he's playing with Ike Willis.
With Ike. And then
Yeah.
he just said, "You want to join the band?" And
What are you gonna say, no? I mean, I'm not doing anything.
well, most of these players, like Ike wasn't a music reader, where everybody that he hired, had to read these hard
yeah.
charts.
Right.
And Ike didn't really do that, but he got everything perfect from basically practice.
Zappa records.
And the first album on his own label.
Finally, got his own label. It's really his own label. You
Yeah.
know. Is it true though? Is it really his own label?
Yeah.
I mean, that's what they said about the Street and the Bazaar,
But he still had to
So-
pay somebody for distribution. So,
Ike Willis, that's the voice behind all of that, by the
yeah,
way.
and he was his
Yeah.
lead singer. Well, he was tired. Frank was tired of doing all the lead singing. He just like my voice
Well,
is
he
getting
wasn't
killed.
intended to be a lead singer. I think,
Right.
Yeah, maybe he didn't like the way other people did. He had that deep voice. I mean, could you imagine somebody else saying,
No, Joe's. you
No,
mean
but
Ike?
somebody has to sing. And who was the singer in the past? Roy Estrada? Was he the oh no, Collins.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, anyway. But anyhow, he's got a singer again in Ike Willis.
Speaking of Ike,
So,
you got
what?
his signature.
Oh, and I've got an autographed copy of, this is my most
Here.
up-to-date vinyl release of Frank Zappa, and this is a ship arriving too late to save a drowning witch. That's a cheery subject. Autographed by Ike. Hey, wait a minute.
I got
Oh,
an Ike Willis signature. I've got quite a few Ikes.
This is
we've
Barking Pumpkin Records.
Yes, and I don't know what's on this.
Yeah, right.
I just-
it's
I
like,
think it's on the back, but I didn't care about that, so I had Ike sign it.
oh, it's on
there.
the back, one of those. This
We,
side and the other side.
Yeah, I got a lot of good information from just sitting with Ike, talking to him on several. I've seen him play several times, and
Now you've done gigs with this Ugly Radio Rebellion.
Yeah,
and they've had some issues with in the past with the Zappa estate.
yeah. Well, Gail Zappa sued or threatened to sue everybody who played Frank's music, and Ugly Radio Rebellion from Detroit, they were one of them, and I guess they got cease and desist letters. But nobody really paid attention to that because she wasn't going to sue every last person who played Frank's music, and so even Dweezil, just kept going. But
It's like a tribute. It's like a good thing, right?
you would think, but she did not. And then she died, and then it all got sold to Universal Music Group, I think, and so nobody's getting sued
now
or
it's
whatever.
now it's like a
Now you're
free
just-
for all.
you're
Well,
just-
they get all the money.
You're supposed to just pay your BMI or ASCAP, dues or payments when you perform a song, but past that, I don't know what's going on. I don't care. So,
Uh-huh. But hey, Ugly Radio Rebellion. If you're up there in the Midwest and you're looking to hear Frank Zappa
Yeah.
tunes,
yeah.
you know,
There's
maybe
a-
they'll come down,
Well, there's a
to the
bunch.
south or up northeast. I'm going to be in New York soon.
Yeah, right.
I got all the time in the world to go see some live music. So anyway, is that cover it all? You got everything?
Yeah, I think so.
We got everything?
Yeah, I got quite a. Well, there's a couple that I bought.
Oh yeah, this thing.
This one I bought for $40. It's in good shape. I'd like Cal Schenkel, the artist who did a whole lot of their artwork. I interviewed Cal. He was fun. He's dead now, but
What is that, like an overnight sensation guy?
yeah, he did all those that look like this, and he was a real nice guy. It was fun to talk to. Yeah, I showed you that. This is bootleg, I think, on Cheese Records.
Cheese records.
And I told you this, but the album's name is Pa's nose fell off at breakfast. It fell right into Ma's coffee and displaced it. That's the name of this album.
And displaced it.
And yeah, it's got like Trying to Grow a Chin and Punky's Whips and things. It's just bootleg. But the cover looked good, and it was worth $40 for me to buy it, I guess. Maybe.
This is what the fans do.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm looking for, which one should I have? I'm looking for some of the, the ones with Captain Beefheart or something,
One of them, well, one of the best albums is titled The Best Band You Never Heard in Your Life. It's the best band you never heard because the band broke up. I guess a couple of them were fighting, and it just blew apart.
Wait, what band is that?
With Chad Wackerman was on drums.
Oh, show me that Grandmother's thing.
Oh, yeah. And, yeah, that's a great album.
Grandmothers.
Now, the Grandmothers are just old players. Old. Well, Don
Anybody
Preston.
that's been around is old.
Don Preston's well into his 90s, and I interviewed him.
Oh, yeah, he
he's
must have
pretty
been
good.
like, a senior of, when
Basically
Frank
so.
met him, I guess.
Basically so.
Yes.
And the Grandmothers,
Grandmothers.
they went out, did Frank's music. I saw them here in Nashville, and they've swapped out players quite a bit. And
But that's what you need. We need people playing this stuff,
Ike said he started this group. I had never seen him in the Grandmothers, but that's what he told me, that he had, was one of the members that formed it.
Wait,
and,
Ike?
Yeah.
I thought that was didn't they do a record before that, like years ago?
I don't know.
Did they do a record?
I have no idea. I'm just telling you what I heard, and
Yeah.
so.
Hey, well, listen, to every grandmother out there. Oh, yeah, look at that.
This I bought another $12, better than that 40. This is the 12-inch, 33 and a third.
Reflection here.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
You can't see it, but yeah, it's the 33 and a third.
12-inch single. Could you
Bobby
imagine that?
Brown.
Bobby
And,
Brown, wasn't that? Was it like some dirty song of?
That was one of the big hits. That was a big
Yeah,
hit,
right, yeah.
filthy thing.
Yeah,
Big hit
filthy.
in Europe, and this printed in Holland. So.
Oh, it was banned somewhere. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was like, yeah. We didn't get to hear that.
Look, none of these songs were really made to be on the radio. It's just Bobby Brown happened to make it in Europe, and got a lot of radio play. Because
Frank
they don't
did-
care in Europe.
yeah.
They don't care.
Frank did what he wanted. If you liked it, you liked it. If not, well,
Yeah. Yeah, right.
he would tell you,
So what else? You got another one?
No, that's it, man. I'm done. That's what I'm saying. I need to go out and buy some more, Zappa records.
I don't. Yeah, I think I've got. Oh, well, here.
Oh, the 45, the little mother-daughter thing. I mean, the father-daughter.
Father, yeah, whatever. So, now I bought this.
I saw them on David Letterman recently. Yeah.
Real? Oh, yeah.
Well, I mean, I rewatched it,
Moon and Frank with when the Valley Girl came out, they put out the 45.
Oh, nice little barking pumpkin.
And on the back.
Yeah.
On the back, you've got "You Are What You Is," which didn't even come from the same album. It came from the "You Are What You Is" album. So I don't know how it wound up on the back.
Well, that's the way
of
45s are,
Yeah. They just stuck anything on there. They had to have a B-side, and so they just found a song and put it on there.
She looks so much younger than she did when she was on the David Letterman show like 6 months later.
Yeah. Yeah, right. Yeah. Very interesting.
So that's it, folks.
Frank Zappa stuff. I can say.
Thanks to, for Tony to coming by and
Bring some of my stuff. I've got all kinds of things. I've got shirts and all kinds of stuff. I didn't pack up the whole.
Oh, shirts,
I
yeah.
didn't. Yeah, shirts.
You should have brought a shirt for me. I don't have a Frank Zappa shirt.
Oh, I have plenty.
Oh, I didn't. Yeah, I should have let you know. Bring me
Yeah,
bring
right.
me a shirt. It's part of the, it's part
That's
of
the deal.
Yeah, it's
In
part of the
contract.
deal.
I didn't read the
Oh,
contract.
I didn't read the contract. Oh, yeah, there's a lot of stuff in there, But listen, thanks for coming by, and good luck with, your.
I got to get more Zappa Talking Zappa shows because I did as many as I could, and then it's just like, okay, I went on to something else, but that was interesting. And
Well, people can go back and revisit these.
oh yeah, just
shows
Google
on YouTube.
Google Talking Zappa, and they'll pop up in audio form all over the place, and I put them on YouTube,
Yeah,
so
just
they're
listen
interesting.
to them on, as you're going about your day.
Yes.
Well, that's it, folks.
All right. Do I get to be the cameraman?
Oh yeah, you get to
Check
be
this
cameraman
out.
when I say
Check
goodbye
this
to
out.
the. Hey. So,
Zoom!
oh yeah,
Zoom in!
Oh, he's a real cameraman, by the way.
Yes.
Until next time, later, man. Move it.
Aloha. That means goodbye
Oh yeah.
in Florida or wherever it is.